I had 48 hours to explore all of Singapore, but on my way out, everything went wrong. Wagwan, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to take you on my trip to Singapore. This is one of the places that I always want to explore. Changi, Singapore Airport. This is amazing, like just walking around. Now I'm at the airport, just arrived and looking around, and like I can tell you, I can see why the reason this airport win the world best airport 13 times, including 2005 as we speak. So let's get this popping and enjoy this journey. Changi Airport, which honestly feel like a luxury mall with a giant garden in it. Inside here you even have a massive butterfly garden and a major waterfall. Here in Changi, Singapore Airport, one of the world's leading air aviation hub and a marvel of all the airports in the world. This airport opened in 1981, July the 1st, and quickly transformed Singapore in a world leading getaway. This airport is really massive because I think it handles over 60 million passengers annually. That was before COVID, but I think the speed is picking up back, so now it's getting up to that number as well. Changi Airport is famous for its unique features, lush indoor garden, and its stunning digital waterfall, which called the Wonderfall. I think here in Singapore, the airport is a destination itself with all this unique. Whether you're here for a short stay over or about to start your journey, just by being at the airport, it seems like the mission already accomplished. It has won the Skytrax World Best Airport 13 times, even 2005. This airport even have a swimming pool, a gym, and a free movie theater. I'm taking the MRT, Singapore subway system, straight to my hotel. First impression of Singapore. Everything here is so clean, like spotless.
I'm all alone in my hotel room. I'm getting drunk on.
So I'm staying at this co-living style apart hotel. It is in the One North Business Park area. Not exactly the tourist center, but affordable and right next to the MRT, which is perfect.
Wherever I go, and you don't even know. You are the stranger in the corner on the second floor.
Yeah, I got my own space. After that flight, I'm gonna chill for the night and hit the city hard tomorrow.
On the second floor, you're the girl next door.
Day one in Singapore. First stop, Marina Bay. Probably the most iconic view in the whole country. Yeah, it's so lovely here in Singapore, so much concrete, but no wonder where is the green. Yes, Singapore really got style. I think they call it the city in the garden. That's how much greenery you have here in Singapore. Here over 40% of the land is covered with lush parks and natural resources. Tamia resources alone have more tree species than the whole of North America. So that means you have nature and city living side by side, just like a good neighbor. Alright, so you know I always try to leave you with a fun fact. So, did you know that Singapore national anthem is printed in microtext on the back of their $1,000 note? Yeah, and Singapore once set the world record for the largest human domino chair in the world with over 9,000 people. Yeah, that's what you call unity. This is it. This is crazy. Look at that. If you ever see this building before, you know it's iconic. Marina Bay Sands is breathtaking. Marina Bay Sands is this massive resort with 3 towers and a giant infinity pool on the top. Looks like a surfboard. It's become the symbol of modern Singapore. I think if behind me you can see all these camera guys. I think they're setting up for the light show later on in the evening. It's so busy here. Life must be sweet here. The whole Marina Bay here is just architectural perfect. Everything is designed clean, futuristic. Yeah, now I'm hungry. I heard there's a place in Chinatown, so I gotta check it out. Let's walk.
The sun is going down now. Been at it for a while.
So now I'm heading to the vibrant historic town, Chinatown here in Singapore.
Been trying for so long, and I just can't ignore that it won't.
Just take a small stop here on the Singapore River. So Chinatown is just a short walk from Marina Bay, and the contrast is incredible.
Now I got all that I need. No need to
From ultra-modern skyscraper to traditional Chinese shop housing, that's Singapore in a nutshell. This area is full of temple, traditional shop, and some serious good food. And just a few blocks from here is Lau Pa Sat, this famous hawker center I keep hearing about. Okay, this is beautiful. This building is over 100 years old. Now we're at Lau Pa Sat, 130 years. I think it's celebrating its 130-year anniversary. Originally imported from Glasgow. Hawker Center are like a food court, but way better. Every stall is family run, super cheap, and the food is legit. So my order is gonna be the barbecue saber fish set. I think I'm gonna get that rice and fish. Let's see what Singapore food is all about.
You know me, I'm from Jamaica, and looking at this, I would say it's a lime. But I think its name is calamansi. I think this is a puzzle of lime or something like that. So it's not lime, it's calamansi. Squeeze it all over your fish. Let's see what it brings. Yeah man, I like
it. Singapore is expensive, but the Hawker Center, this is where the local eat, and this is where you will find the real flavor of Singapore. Alright, food coma hitting, but we are not stopping. Next stop, Little India.
कोई तो है खुदा जिसकी दुआ से हो तुम मेरे दिल में सदा कोई तो है खुदा जिसकी रज़ा से
Yeah, so now I'm here in Little India. One thing I love about Singapore community, I love how they are very vibrant. It seems like here in Little India, it's like a festival every day. The vibes and the energy is on a very high tempo. This vibrant, the color, the smell, the energy, it's like teleported to India. Little India is one of Singapore's ethnic neighborhood, and it's probably the most colorful area in the entire country. What I love about Singapore, it's how it's work. You can go from modern skyscraper to Chinatown to Little India all in one day, and it all flows together. Yeah, I'm here in Little India, enjoying the vibrant culture of India, right here in the heart of Singapore. So just walking around and watching everyone stroll in the street and enjoying, just doing regular day stuff, enjoying the weather as well. What more could you ask? What about the people and culture here? Singapore is real mix-up. 4 official languages: English, Malay, Tamil, and Mandarin. So the red in the flag means brotherhood, and the white means prosperity. And the crescent moon shows a young nation rising. And a 5-star for democracy, peace, progress, justice, and equality. And pure positive vibes. More neighborhood to check out. Kampong Glam, the Arab Quarter. So now I'm in Kampong Glam, the historic heartbeat of Singapore, where culture meets and stories come to life. I'm out here at Arab Street. And there, the Sultan Mosque. This is beautiful. The Sultan Mosque is the most important mosque in Singapore. It's over 100 years old. And that golden dome, stunning. Yeah, this vibrant district wants the street of Malay royalty. Yeah, and you can still feel that royal energy around the old Sultan Palace, now Malay Heritage Center. Kampong Glam has this cool mixed traditional Arab culture meets modern street arts and craft. And just a little walk and you will find Arab Street with its colorful textile, with Lane cool boutiques and murals. This is probably one of the most Instagram-worthy area in Singapore, but it's also just a cool place to walk around. Alright, the sun is set, and you know what that means? Time to see Marina Bay at night. And this is what I came back for. This is incredible. The whole city comes alive at night. This is Singapore at its best. Ultra modern, safe, clean, diverse, and just wow. One thing I have to say, this train station is next to none. Okay, so I'm supposed to catch a bus from Singapore to Malaysia. The bus leaves soon, and I'm cutting close. Let's see if I make it.
Look, we tastemakers, groundbreakers, fucker, we crown shakers. Moved us out the margin, we're writing, that's how we found paper.
Bus is cheaper than flight. I want to see the land border crossing. So let's keep finger crossed. Just check out of my hotel. And normally to get around I would just jump on the train. To get around I get to really easy. But like I was in a rush trying to catch this bus. I'm here in Singapore going to Malaysia, but like all the bus ticket, getting there the bus ticket was sold out now. I think I have to exercise my next option, which is much more expensive. So my next plan is to head off to the airport, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm heading off to the airport trying to catch a flight to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. So that's what my day is on a beautiful Sunday. And we are back at Changi Airport. At least it's a nice airport to stop at, right? If you're planning a trip to Singapore, let me know in the comment what you want to see, and if you ever been, tell me what I missed. Hit that subscribe button for more traveling content, and I'll catch you. Bye.